Holy moly, 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 moly. I'm not sure what in the world happened there, but we just had a complete and total meltdown of everything that was over here. Um, Give me 1 second. I will get everybody set up again. There we go. Just got that over to ThreatGen. Try to get this game set up again. Do. All right, all right, all right, all right. So let's see how well this works. Everybody give me a notification. Oh, we don't even have anybody. Let's see. Let me get my folks. Let's see. Cool. All right, so one of my guys just said we are good. Trying to get everything stood back up again. Sorry if you're watching this show originally, it was something just completely got derailed. Something got completely derailed. Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Sorry for all the dead air, everybody. Normally we have all this stuff set up ahead of time. Waiting for opponent. Okay, so yeah, again, we are waiting on. There we go, Simon. So we're going to be going back in. This is again. I will be blue team. Simon will be red team, and let's just get things started, right? So we'll go back into it and do what we have to do. So let's start having some fun, shall we? Hopefully, no more critical issues today. So again, we will go back. We'll do the firewall. As my boy Joseph says, we will be going full Fort Knox right from the start. We'll end the turn. We will send that back over to him. There we go. There we go. Cool. Just checking the green room, if you will, making sure everybody's good to go. Again, in my action log, we definitely have still the firewall. We still have the video surveillance, the electronic logs, and SIM. I am a person of somebody to go and put together, a certain playbook, and I kind of default to that playbook as much as possible as well, right? So that's what we kind of do. Not sure if Simon's going to stick to the same playbook that he was doing, but we will see. We kind of go from there. We'll bring over chat. Hope everybody is doing well. Thanks for the 2 people who showed up. Appreciate it. What a train wreck. I can't believe everything just kind of flaked out. So, like, my red versus blue completely timed out. Like, it was stuck at 6 seconds. I'm not sure what happened there. Then Restream started acting up. So, I don't know. But I was able to ping out. I was able to see Discord. I was able to see um, my teams. I was able to communicate with my team. It was really, really weird. So I'm not sure what in the world just freaking happened there. Um, so pings were going fine. So it's really weird. It's really weird. I guess just the favors were not with me. So, but anyway, we will be going through. So this is a little bit of a different map. We do have an operating PC here. So if you were watching the first one, that we were starting. We had both of these endpoints that we were going through and protecting. And then we started working over in here, but because I don't know if they are going to, uh, if the threat actor this time is going to actually try to come in on a physical thing. I want to try to protect these HMIs as much as I can, even though there's nothing I can do quite yet on there. But I definitely want to protect that operator PC as soon as I at least get the servers protected, and then we'll move to the engineering workstation and then to the internal. Um, while the internal, in a real world scenario, would be a much more disastrous thing, but if the plant can't run, then everybody's having a bad day, right? So Joseph, yep. Fort Knox solution. This is simple, super simple environment. It is. It is. Sometimes simplicity is great. China, thank you. Yep, got the stream back up and running. Too bad I couldn't use the existing stream already. Kind of a little bit of a bummer. But oh well. We will go. So the one thing is I always got to make sure that I keep an eye on is of course, just to step back to this. So electronic locks were installed, video surveillance is installed. So just like last time, we'll go through, install the physical 2FA, get that going. Just a recap. So we got that, we got that. Action log. I'm missing something in my anti firewall. Boom, boom. Okay. So endpoint and endpoint. And here I definitely need to start getting those logs in a minute. Feels like I'm missing something already. It feels like I botched something up because I don't remember having that many resources available to be able to install endpoints on multiple devices. So what? So install the sim, installed that. What am I? No, I've got it. I've got it. This map is just a little differently. It's a smaller map, so maybe that's why. Okay. But I can't shake that I'm missing something. Anyway, we'll go through. We'll figure it out. So endpoint security. Yep. So I do have those. I do have that. So boom. We'll go ahead and get that installed. Get the endpoint security there. Again, let's protect what we know. China Peacock asks, I wonder if the Colonial Pipeline ransomware attack could have been prevented with 2FA. You know what? So much time has passed since the Colonial Pipeline attack. I do believe 2FA was part of the factor, but I do think there was some insider threats on that one as well. I could be completely smoking crack on that one. Um, so we'll have to see. I'll have to go back and look at that in those TTPs again. I can't remember if it was an RDP or if it was a phishing attack or what. Um, so boom, already got my Fort Knox. Hooray! Physical 2FA is installed. Looking good, looking good. All right, so let's see. 2FA is installed. This thing is throwing me off because it's such a smaller map. Most of the time when we get these things, it's always such a bigger, so many more devices, so many more. So being able to like turn 6 and I've almost got EDR deployed on everything, it's really, really crazy. Really, really crazy. So we'll see how this goes. Also just China is okay. Ah, rocking it out. Rocking it out. Gotcha. Gotcha. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Seeing in the green room. Seeing some green room. So in the Discord, so people who don't know, um, they're asking. Simon was asking, how do I move to the physical layer? So so I'm over there messing with them, saying strategy leaked, strategy leaked. All right, so we definitely want to. If I remember right, I got to get policies, and I'm almost out of time on this one. So yeah, I want to get my policies and procedures in place and inventory asset. Boom, there we go. So I do want to get 2FA put in place. I definitely want to get it to start encrypting my network traffic. Now that I'm surprisingly at that, I'm not forgetting about the USB deployments, things of that nature, but again, trying to get some stuff put in place, see what's going on, see my vulnerabilities, and then start building onto that, right? So um trying a smaller map equals easier asset. Yes, it does mean that. So hopefully we'll be able to get things locked down a lot more securely in a much more timely fashion. My boy Joseph, go for the knees, get the all clear. That's right. Got to hold them out. Got to hold them out. And we are up to 5 viewers. So I will do a room reset here just so you know, but we are still waiting on my asset inventory to be done. My policies and procedures are still going there. And those who are just joining us, we are playing Red versus Blue from ThreatGen.com. It's a turn by turn based game where I am playing as a blue team, Simon on another chat or on another stream. I'll kind of drop that here in the chat is playing over there as a red team. He is trying to penetrate my network. I am trying to defend from him. So those who may be new to the game, kind of understanding what's going on. You can also check out the play-by-play from ThreatGen's feed right there as well that I just dropped into the chat. If you're watching on LinkedIn or Twitter, sorry, it does not post over there. Definitely go over to the YouTube stream, just youtube.barricadecyber.com, and you could be able to see everything in all of its glory. So my asset inventory has been completed. My policy procedures have been completed. So we are looking good so far on that. I definitely want to, like I said, I want to get my 2FA enabled. Where is it? There we are. So two-factor authentication and my encrypt network traffic. And the reason I'm doing that again is to make sure that everything is using 2FA. If for some reason Simon's able to get into my network, I want to make sure that he cannot sniff my traffic and be able to gain a foothold, be able to see potentially weak passwords being transmitted in plain text, things of that nature. So I definitely want to, you know, make sure that we get that taken care of. Those do take a couple turns. So I'm kind of in a holding pattern for that right now. We are turn 10 of 50. So I'm kind of curious what the other team is doing, right? So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see what they're doing. So yep, still encrypted network traffic, two-factor authentication is still in process. So we'll just end our turn and send it back over to them. See what happens. I'm very eager and nervous a little bit because maybe it's because I'm the Speedy Gonzalez and I like to cause massive havoc everywhere I go. But 11 turn 11 and I'm not seeing anything yet. Makes me wonder. There is a strategy in the game where you can prolong and your attack by maximizing your skill set and updating your rig so when you actually do attack, you're like incredibly unstoppable for the most part, right? Hey Carrie, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well. All right, cool. So my network, my I feel better. My traffic is now encrypted. We are still doing the two-factor authentication, right? So we're looking good on that. Um, because I've only got one turn, I think I'm going to go ahead and implement the strong Wi-Fi. A little bit out of pace for me, but I do feel something tells me in my gut that he is on. He might be at the perimeter now. Just because what they said in the green room. So because of that strategy leak, I am pivoting my normal de facto operations at the moment. So if he's going to try to do some spear phishing or something like that, hopefully I could be able to see what's going on, right? Just reading the chat here. Uh, China, does the game simulate logging? Yes, so you can do your logging. Uh-oh, we got a compromised asset. Here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. That did not take long at all. All right, so I am going to go ahead and do this. I'll do log aggregation like you were saying, and that will bring in, at least start pulling this traffic into my sim. I am going to go ahead and activate IR, so that way I can start doing some forensics on this bad boy. So it took to turn 13 for him to get there. Hopefully, I'm able to get in here and be able to pull my forensics and clean up this asset so that way I can increase my score because up here, you do have your threat intelligence score. You definitely want to be able to maximize that as quickly as possible, or you're holding out your 50 turns. And you also got to make sure your P&L does not get compromised, right? So in this particular, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect him from the network. I am going to gather my forensics. I'm not going to replace the asset just yet because you don't want to replace your asset while you're doing that. And I don't want to clean the asset yet either. So we will remove his pivot. So that way we can be able to at least keep him from further advancing inside of our network. And I can be able to do my forensics like I need to. So hopefully this is his only point of compromisation. As you can see right here, this line, hopefully you can be able to see that on the feed, is gray, which means it is disconnected from the network. We are gathering our forensics. So, we're gathering our threat intel. He can't move anywhere else, at least from that particular workstation. Hopefully there's no other workstations involved. And we could be able to, easily clean up this mess. This is kind of the real world scenarios, right? So, just reading chat because we did pass it back over to the red team. Does the game simulate logging? Yeah, we are. In case Simon was getting in there, Carrie hanging in there. Good to hear. Good to hear. Glad you're doing good. Sometimes slow and steady does win the race. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Joseph, I'm going to segment. I'm going to segment. Forensics is collected. Again, Joseph, I normally do that. Now this is a little bit of a strategy gameplay that I do. I do clean the asset and then try to reconnect it to the network. So I will actually, this does take 2 turns. I'm not going to reconnect it to the network on this round, but I will send it. You know what? No, I do need to do that because I need to get back out of IR quickly. Right. Yeah. I need to get back out, be able to get back out of IR quickly so that way I can further do what I got to do. Here, I was thinking that you were just that confident. No, 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 no. So again, like I was saying earlier, we did see a little bit of data leakage or strategy leakage in the Discord server, right? So because I knew he was potentially doing an on-site play, that he was going to potentially be coming after my physical assets. Yep, and there we are. Loader removed from the perimeter. So he is making that on-site play. This thing is cleaning up the asset. So hopefully next turn this thing will be clean. If not, I'm just going to replace it and move on and get back out of IR. But that's the strategy at the moment. In the retrospect, I could have just replaced the asset and been done and got back into it, but we'll see. We'll see. That hindsight 2020 type of thing. Because I do need to get back in here. I'd still need to be able to start strengthening this network more. I mean, granted, my threat intel is at 16%, so it is doing good. It's getting up there. Asset clean, fantastic. Deactivate IR. And let's get back to securing this network. So let's see. Just reading through the chat. China, yeah. So there's let me pull that up actually. It's ThreatGen.com. ThreatGen.com is where you can be able to check more out about it. If you're part of a business, definitely reach out to me, etaylor@barricadecyber.com. I can broker a communication with them. So that way you can get a free trial for your organization. So right now we are just waiting on the red team to do their tactics, right? So, and let me remind everybody, let's not do any sort of screen sniping, right? Don't come over here. Nobody's doing it right now, but don't say anything that Simon's doing. Don't tell Simon anything that I'm doing. Just keep this thing, as fair and or as clean as a competition as humanly possible, right? So, all right, just a reset. We've got all of our assets are clean looking. There are no EDRs to put in place. We're doing good on that. Let's go ahead and do some vulnerability mapping. No. Let me step back. I'm getting too outside of my scope. Oh, my turn ended. I lost it. So I did get my network segmentation in. That's the one good thing about this game. So the earlier versions of it, if you didn't click in turn, you lost it altogether. So Simon's actually moving pretty quickly. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. He is moving way too quickly in this environment. And my threat score is up to 16. There's something afoot, ladies and gentlemen, something afoot. You know what? I have a feeling I'm going to need some more budget. So I'm waiting on my network segmentation to finish. I am going to go ahead and request budget since the funds are that low. So we're going to send that over. I do wonder. That does have EDR on it. Just going through and making sure. The one good thing about this game is while it's not your turn, you can, of course, you can't assign anything, but you can at least click through and be like, oh, what's still left for this device that needs to be done, right? So, but we still have, network request and budget. We're still segmenting our network, so let's put them on its toes a little bit, see what happens. Hopefully I can throw him off this game a little bit. He is just throwing it right back at. What is he doing? What? I don't like this feeling, ladies and gentlemen. I have a feeling that he's in my network and I don't see it yet. I have a feeling. I have a feeling. So for the 5 people who are here, thanks for being here again. Appreciate it. Um, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? And I got my budget. Fantastic. So now I feel a little bit better. If he actually is in my network, if he is unable to, or if he pops something, then I have the budget to replace, do whatever I got to do, right? Now that my network segmentation is in place, I'm liking this. I'm liking this. I am going to go ahead and do my vulnerability assessment, right? And I'm going to continue doing, collecting my logs, right? That's what I'm going to do. So we have, the hardened RDP. We do need to get endpoint detection on those. Um, so yeah, cool. We'll kick that back over to him. My P&L statement is still saying very good. That is that's the key thing. So, my P&L is not going down, right? That's not going down at all. My threat intel, I think it was at 15, but now it's at 16. So we'll see how this goes, right? Endpoint detection. Now that we got these new assets, we need to bring them up to that baseline of where I've got everything else. Definitely don't um, put through, or definitely don't leave your new assets in your environment to not be at the same baseline, right? So, if you're installing a new workstation, does it have your new EDR? Does it have, your AV, whatever the case is? Does it have your Office suite of choice? So we'll kind of see. And we are halfway through, ladies and gentlemen. We are halfway through. We are holding them down or holding him out. We do have our vulnerability assessment has been completed. That is fantastic news. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So boom. Now we could just go through and just say clean sweep, boom, everything. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Boom, boom. System hardening. It's going to be a lot of the same, ladies and gentlemen, from this moment on. We're just going to go through and completely secure this network. And that's what we do. You go through, you see what you have, and you secure make it more secure, and then you start adding your security layers, right? So we have that. We have this. This is kind of a remote guy. You know, you know what? We'll install AV on him. I d- we will probably get around to installing that USB security at some point in time, but I definitely do need to make sure that he has his AV on. Which raises a good question. Um, if you have EDR, why don't you have AV as well? I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. So let's go in here. We got some crap to deal with. So we have 3. So boom. And in one turn, we have our Splunk instance fully updated and patched, and we're moving forward, right? So let's read the chat. Um, More people. No, I'm not going to hire any more staff if that's what you're asking right now. We definitely have full asset USB security that has been updated. We are just moving right along, ladies and gentlemen. But we're not going to hire new staff right now. I don't see the point. I mean, granted, I could get through and secure my network a lot faster with the additional resources, but I've already made one budget request and additional staff member. Um, that is 45,000, and I'm not doing that just yet, right? So we are. We're just going to use the resources that we have. Use the um, use the talents that we have and just go through there. And I did learn something watching something another stream that I do got to make sure I have ICS turned on before I go into my plant area, which is right over here. And that way I don't knock myself out. Ah, Joseph, you just said it. I just seen that. Try not to knock over your HMI. Exactly. Exactly. So we'll make sure that we definitely don't do that because I did watch that. I did learn that little nugget. Um, so I have messed up many simulation games by knocking over my environment with that. So we'll leave that toward the end unless I'm starting to see my PNL go down, unless I'm starting to see some other things happening. Um, then it's kind of what we're gonna do. But yeah, this is what we'll be doing. This is what we're doing. So this is kind of the long and skinny of it for now. Like I said, we're just gonna go through and just secure what we have, right? And we will we'll put the VPN later in. Um, Toward the end after I get this put in. Seeing seeing some chatter in the green room, if you will. So, ooh, this one's got a ton. Looky there. So boom, we're getting a bunch of stuff patched on these guys. We're closing the gap that a threat actor would have in a network. And again, we've got 27 turns, right? That Simon needs to be able to get into. Yeah, this is the part of cybersecurity that is the mundane, going through and just patching up your stuff, making things sure things are secure. Um, so this is what we do. So if you wanted a glimpse into the inside workings, this is kind of it, right? It very much is very boring, stuff. Watching our logs, watching for CVEs that need to be patched on the devices, right? So getting a good glimpse, like I said, into it. So boom, system hardening, install antivirus. Well, in turn, we'll send it right back over to him. Um, yeah, always be patched in China. Yes, yes, yes. Um, yeah. So anybody say patching? So yeah, Joseph, who actually works here at Barricade Cyber, he heads up a lot of that patching for that team. So um, he lives in that world all too well. He knows the pains of it. Um, so if you ever want to know the love and pain of patching based off of CVEs, just talk to casually Joseph. I'm sure he will tell you all about the amounts of liquor that he wants to drink on a daily basis, or come over and steal the liquor that I never drink that's sitting on our kitchen counter because we just don't really drink that much here. Even though dealing with Joseph makes me want to drink sometimes. I swear. Just kidding, buddy. I love you. So yeah, just waiting. Unfortunately, I hate the dead air, but kind of just take one. Just kind of reset the room a little bit to those who are joining. We do see that the numbers going up and down. We are playing ThreatGen's Red versus Blue. Um, it is a turn-by-turn simulation game where I am playing the blue team against Clint, who is on the red team. I am defending and trying to secure this network while Clint is actively trying to penetrate into our network. Glad to have you here. We are watching the chat. Yes, this is live. So ask your questions. I am answering them as we go through. And currently, just more securing of our network, right? Ooh, repeat password. So that's one thing I don't understand. If I have a weak password vulnerability, why can't I patch it? Whatever. Um, Something to bring up. There may be something, another. I think that's when the external pen test comes in or something. Maybe then I can be able to patch it. something I got to bring up to them, right? So at least I brought that up. I can timestamp it, sent it over to them, and ask them. So, um, so our buddy Carrie, you need a pumpkin patch to patch items. You know, tis the season for all things pumpkin, right? So I did secure. Oh, I don't have any more resources anyway, right? So yeah, we'll kick this back over to him. Casually Joseph says, but you can. Thanks for the kind words, China. Appreciate it. Um, just don't ask me to do any painting. That would turn out horribly, horribly wrong. Joseph, yes, yes, I did forget about that. Good gameplay tactic. I did forget. I did forget. Normally, I remember these things, right? Um, so I will put that in play because that doesn't even require. Oh, it does require one resource for one turn, but that's cool, right? So local file inclusion, no patch available yet. Love it. Hardened RDP, RDP ransomware deployment protocol. Yeah, in the tree. Yeah, I don't ever follow the tree. I know I should, but I don't. I pretty much know when I click down on the bottom taskbar, kind of where everything is. So, hmm. Happy little patches. Happy little patches. Just going for funny. No worries, buddy. No worries. Yeah, the one thing I was thinking of, because this time of the year everything is pumpkin, right? And it seems like it's happening more and more. So it's like, should we pumpkin spice our network? I don't know. But anyway, go away. There we go. Let's kick it back over. So we got 10 more turns. My P&L is still massively high. We had 16%. Unless I goof something up, which is always possible, that whole human factor thing. Or um, Simon comes in with just a 1-2 punch on me. Yeah, it's going to be hard for him to make any real traction, right? I don't want to claim a victory yet. I'm definitely, um, definitely makes me weary because I'm not seeing much attack. I'm not seeing my threat score going up, and I'm not seeing my P&L going down. So I hope he's not in the plant. I hope he's not. All right, I'm just double checking to make sure there's nothing else for these guys. All right. So in turn, we'll kick it back over to him. I do need to get ready. So we do have the ICS security monitoring, which I think I've got to get right. Asset inventory and then safe, so I can do that. Okay, cool. I just was looking in the wrong spot for it. So as we get closer to this HMI area, we will, put that in place. What the fudge? He got me somehow. All right, so view the other. How did he get in there? Wi-Fi scan failed. Host scan. So he was able to clone the RFID badge and get to the plant. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gotcha, gotcha. All right. Good game, good game. But yeah, we were definitely holding him off, but he was sitting in the plant. That is interesting. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I am now no longer undefeated. I have been defeated. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'd have never expected it. Well, thanks everybody for joining. We will definitely go over to ThreatGen's channel and see. We will be doing our recap over there, and we will catch you on the next time. Take care, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
There once was a kid whose passwords laid across all sites, they were the same. A criminal then found their fame by taking that data to go.
Soon may a criminal come to steal your pictures and data and run. One day when the crime is done, they'll steal your account and go.